Okay, I've just been talking to myself for 10 minutes, not realizing the camera was off. But I wanted to do this video, and I think it's an important one because I want to make sure that I am clear about where I feel my role is and where I definitely don't feel my role is with some of the stuff that is coming out. If you've been following, like uh, I've been close to Chief Mitiga and some other people that are close to him and getting all these emails and it's been an interesting thing. It certainly wasn't on my 2024 bingo card, like I don't think it was on yours either. But it's interesting. It's interesting stuff. And so, like, I want to talk about a couple things because I think that we can take it in a healthy way that some of this stuff that is being shared in a healthy way, and I think in another way we can be certainly overzealous. And a part of the reason why I wanted to take it on was because I want to make sure that if these things are going to be shared and are going to have people in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter day Saints taking notice, I am hoping that it can be done in a careful way where we are still grounded on a sure foundation. That is the most important thing for me. Like, I want to offer faith promoting content, and I go to non-canonical sources to to see like they're interesting things, like viewing Joseph Smith's uh, the things that he was teaching. You can see some of those in some of these other gospels and things. And even though I don't take those as scripture, it's interesting to see the parallels. And so as I view this stuff that was shared with me, which I shared on the channel, it's merely to show the parallels, but not to make any claims in myself or of myself, right? Because I don't have that authority to do so. Now, there are people who clearly view these things as very sacred, who are outside of the church, and they'll be sharing more of these things in the fall. And I think that's very interesting. And I want to read that stuff. I've loved learning about some of this, and I think ancient traditions are very compelling and interesting. And I know we can find truth in like all sorts of sources, but when it comes to what I view as an authoritative source or a rock upon which I stand, I believe in the rock of revelation. And so for me, ultimately, I view the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, the Pearl of Great Price, and the general authorities as that source for me. And though I believe in, like, I know we're anxious for these other scriptures and things like that, and I hope that we get those. But it worries me when I see, when we go to the Meetinghouse stuff and people are like, this is scripture, talks about Moroni. And like, when it becomes such a splinter sort of thing, that worries me. And so, really, I'm sharing this stuff as it's shared with me because it's important to them. And I think it's interesting parallels. But you will never see me going, this like I am going to take this as like what if the first presidency rejects it and warns us against it? That would be a little bit of a shakeup, I think, for a lot of people. Okay, um, like I wouldn't put this in the same boat, but I hate things like Visions of Glory. I hate that book. I hate it for a number of reasons. Like it might mean something for a lot of people here, but I just cringe when I see things that people use that and be like, well, this is other revelation that, you know, maybe the church doesn't, it's not codified in our things, but this is other revelation that someone had and dreams. And now I've had this spiritual witness that, like, I just am resistant when we go to a lot of these other sources and make these big claims that they are what they are, when I believe that we should be following the prophet. Now, in following the prophet, I do believe that we should look and be viewing things, and like I don't think the only books that we're ever to read are canonized scripture. I think it's important to read and see what's out there, but I think it's also very important to make sure that we are grounded as well. And maybe this isn't even making sense. Hopefully it is. I am eager to see what happens in the fall. The As far as I know, the meeting with Chief Mitiga and one of the quorum, something came. It just didn't happen. So you can take that for, take it how you will. Okay, just as I will. I I don't doubt that people believe that these scrolls are important to them, and I want to treat that with respect. And I hope, I hope that I'm prayerful. I'm prayerful as well, and I will continue to share and try to help be a voice as we go through this. But since I've had this role in sharing it, I hope people don't view me in any light that I don't view myself in. You know what I mean? And even Chief Mitiga, like, as I've talked to him about a lot of this, he's shared, keep following the prophet. Like, this means a lot to him. This means a lot to his family and others. But just stay on the rock before you, as you're watching this, would be my only thing. And I don't know how this will be taken, but I certainly don't consider, like, just because I'm sharing this stuff, I'm not sharing it in the light that I feel like I am sharing scripture to you, where the church, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't view it in that light, even though I'm honored that I'm able to share it and it's interesting to me. We will see kind of where this goes. Okay? I don't think you need to make the distinction, like, to decide, is this scripture, is this not scripture? I don't think we need to worry about making that distinction, rather than holding on to what we have and viewing and seeing how this goes, and being kind. Being kind. I think that mostly, like, they want to just share this stuff. They want to just share it. They're not necessarily knocking on the church's door saying, will you make this codified? Like, they want to share it. So I'm interested in what they have to share. But let's be kind, even to the messengers who maybe we are unsure about. We can still be kind and prayerful. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. And if the Spirit tells you otherwise, then I believe in that. I wouldn't tell you otherwise. Okay? Just as I have felt like I should be cautious in all this. Like, I do believe in dreams and revelation that people can have and that sort of thing. again, like, it's the reason why I just dislike Visions of Glory and things like that. And mostly the reason for that is the way that it gets embraced as this revelation that is equal to like the Book of Mormon and things. And so like Chief Mitiga has been sharing this stuff. And he hasn't been telling me this is revelation. This is revelation for you. Like, he hasn't been telling that. So so I'm not going to take it that way. And I hope that we can just view this as I hope that we can view this and be not running faster than our strength can take us, or, our spiritual strength, right? Just use discernment and view and make sure we're doing the right things. Gotten to know a couple people in his family. Great people. But again, like, just make sure that we're doing things in a proper manner, and that would be my only voice. Because I know that people will take things and really run with it and think that they have this extra revelation to share, or like, anyway, I'm rambling now, but that's just how I feel. Okay, even though I'm stuck in the middle of all this. But just be aware of things, and that's just where I am. That's just where I am at on that, and looking forward to things to come. And I know we are hoping for extra scripture and things, but it does make me concerned as I sometimes look around and see people already making that claim, right? David's been great to me. Like, he's been great. So I hope this gets taken in the right light. And so is his twin. Been great to me. Really like talking to them. So, talk to you guys later.